everybody. Happy Friday to you. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thank you for coming through and kicking it with me. And if this is your first time here, welcome to my channel where you get recipes, news, and reviews. So, I wanted to come through and talk about this whole Little Mermaid Halle Bailey situation. I'm so tired of the selective outrage. I really am. If you are truly outraged about something, or you feel that something is an injustice, you can't get upset just when it affects you. You come off as kind of fake, kind of phony, and it shows that you really don't have empathy for anyone else. You only care about yourself. So, I don't know. In my mind as a little girl, the Little Mermaid was my home girl. We was homies, y'all can see the water wave inspired hair. So I'm like, dang, why can't a black girl be included? Why can't we feel included in this whole Disney magic? I just don't get it. Are y'all really mad or no? I don't think y'all are really mad. We gonna get into all of that though. Let's go ahead and get into this conversation, y'all. So Halle and Chloe Bailey were discovered by Beyonce on YouTube. She actually found them doing a cover to one of her songs, and the girls can blow. No doubt about it. They can blow, and they're also very, very beautiful. I love how their eyes are just set far apart like that, like models, you know, very beautiful girls. And they are currently on the series Grownish. So these girls are out here doing the damn thing. They are blowing up. So recently, Halle has been cast to play Ariel in Disney's Little Mermaid movie. No coincidence that her mentor is playing Nala in the Lion King movie. So I wonder who hooked that up. You know, I'm just saying. So if you're not familiar with Disney's adaptation of The Little Mermaid, it is based off of a fairy tale by Danish author Hans Christian Andersen. And it tells the story of Ariel, a 16-year-old mermaid who is fascinated with life on land, and on one of her visits to the surface, which is forbidden by her controlling father, King Triton, she falls in love with the human prince. And Ariel wants to be with the prince so badly she makes a dangerous deal with Ursula, who is a sea witch, to become human for 3 days in exchange for her beautiful voice. So I can totally see why Halle was chosen for this role. I mean, the girl can blow. She's a very pretty girl, young. And I think the casting director said she had a certain innocence about her. So I can totally see it. Now, while this decision was largely met with congratulations and excitement, there was a small little sector. There was a small sector that was not too pleased in the least that the olive-skinned, red-haired Ariel will be played by a black girl. And they made a whole hashtag, not my Ariel. I don't know, y'all. It's something about that hashtag that just sounds very Jim Crow-ish. I don't know, y'all. It just sounds kind of hateful. So Twitter was definitely torn with this news. I don't know why. I mean, it's just a fictional character. It's, you know, no harm, no foul. I don't get it. Hollywood has been known to replace characters that are people of color in real life with white actors. So the selective outrage is hilarious. A lot of the time, these characters are real people, not fictional characters or cartoon mermaids. So where is the outcry when this type of thing happens? Now, I can recall a few instances where black actors have been cast in roles that were initially played by white actors. Case in point would be Cinderella. I remember Brandy played Cinderella a few years back, but in my opinion, this was more of a multicultural take on this story, and I think their goal was to be, you know, all-inclusive. So I don't think it was as offensive. And I know this might sound like old racist rhetoric, but it was a different time. Social media wasn't as prevalent, so if there was a public outcry about this, I sure didn't hear about it. And where would we have heard about it? We didn't really have a place where people got together and voiced their grievances like we do now. And then another instance was when Jaden Smith played the Karate Kid, who was initially played by Ralph Macchio. I don't remember any kind of outcry about this either. So the only difference that I can see is who is actually being replaced. I feel the outrage is not so much Ariel being played by a black girl, but more so of what Ariel represents. She's America's sweetheart. She's young, beautiful, white teenager. And maybe there's a sense of fear in her being replaced by a black girl. I don't know. That's definitely something to think about. And you guys, I'm going to keep it a buck. If Disney decided to cast Princess Tiana as a white girl in a real life adaptation, I would be furious. However, in Disney's 95-year history, there has only been one black princess. And in my opinion, there is not enough diversity to justify changing the only black princess for inclusivity purposes. Furthermore, the Disney adaptation is loosely based on the story written by the Danish author. And if y'all don't know how this story ends, y'all should definitely check it out. There's not such a happy ending in the original fairy tale. So with that being said, Disney should have the authority to change their version of the story how they see fit, especially when race does not have any bearing on Ariel's plight in the story. And another thing, Ariel is a mermaid, and last time I checked, mermaids aren't real. It seems as if when black people are vocal about an issue that oftentimes white people never thought or cared about, all of a sudden there is this outcry of reverse racism. And if you are truly that concerned, why aren't you more vocal when it happens to people of color? Where is the outrage? Now, do I feel that this might be somewhat confusing to children? Yes, you know, one minute you have a white Ariel, the next minute she's black. It could be somewhat confusing, but I think children are generally satisfied as long as the villains are defeated and there's a happy ending. I think they're pretty much satisfied. And as far as the real world implications of replacing a white character with a black character can have, I think that the casting directors will be justified when they replace black characters with white actors, or replace lighter skinned characters with darker skinned characters as well. And at the end of the day, it's already happening. Justified or not, right or wrong, it's already in place. It's a slippery slope. And in all actuality, replacing white characters with black characters happens on such a small scale. I really don't think this will be a big issue. Let's keep it real. White casting directors won't be replacing their female counterparts with black actresses. It's just not gonna happen. So guys, those are my thoughts on the entire situation. Oftentimes, I don't think people necessarily feel outrage or injustice. I think sometimes they just like to play the oppression Olympics. You know, my people too have been replaced in a Disney film, and still I rise. Y'all know what I'm getting at. At any rate, y'all let me know how y'all feel about this situation. Please make sure you like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And I will see you next time. Peace.